let me tell you a little something about the Comic Con India grant for best unpublished work. Okay, it was started to encourage and promote budding comic book writers. I'm sure a lot of you out there as well, so you'll want to listen in. You know, if you're a budding comic book writer and you've always wanted to get your work published, then this is well. Listen to this, you'll maybe get a little inspired. So it was started to promote unpublished work and help new writers publish their work, right? So entries were called upon from all over the country, and out of all the submissions, Mohit Srivastava and Gagandeep Kochar, Satya Police came out the winner. And today we're here to launch the first ever issue of Satya Police. So please give a huge round of applause for this very nervous guy, Mohit. Please give it up for Mohit. Look at him shivering. He's hardly making it off the stage. A little bit louder now, come on. Help him get rid of his. You good? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling shaky.
You feeling shaky? Just a little bit closer to your mouth, maybe.
Is this fine?
Is this fine? Can you hear him? Yes, everyone give him a good big thumbs up. You can hear him? Say something.
Can you hear me?
You gotta be louder than that. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, that was horrible. All right, that's okay. That's okay. Hopefully we can hear him speak. Well, why don't you take it? Well, first of all, let's launch. Wait, hold on, man. Let me give you a drum roll, all right? First of all, how long did you put into this comic book? How much time?
24 hours for about a year.
So 24 hours into 365. That's a long freaking time. So please give it up for Satya Police, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So take a seat, my man. Take a seat, Mohit. Where would you like to
I'll
sit?
sit there.
All right, go ahead.
Or rather, I'll sit there.
All right, are you superstitious now? You want to do this again? And then, all right, cool. You don't want to, what does your bum feel comfortable in? That is fine? All right.
Shaky.
It's
It
nice?
is less shaky.
Comfortable?
Yes.
All right,
We can
good.
talk.
Just try not to fall off. Let me see. I have some questions right off the top of my head. It's not at all written on this piece of paper right here. All right, so now that you're a big published author, you've got your work published.
You want to have friendship with me now, right?
I want to have friendship with you. Oh, yes, that would be cool.
Yeah, not in
Wait,
any other way.
first of all, let me take that mic. I think this one's louder. All right. Oh, no, it isn't. It's the same. Why were you
are
making
loud.
it so?
You are loud.
Yeah, I guess
Not the mic.
It's from the gut, okay?
Okay.
Speak from the gut.
I'll try this.
All right. So, now that you're a published author, man, how does it feel?
It feels awesome. It's like one thing that I had wanted since the time I was in 5th standard, and I started sketching Spider-Man all over my question papers, all over my whatever you used to have. There was one 40 marks ka test, usme Spider-Man. There was 80 marks ka test, usme Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And like it was really good Spider-Man out there, but somehow zero all the time.
Yeah.
So since then I started, okay, I'm gonna sketch a comic. I'm gonna sketch on a comic, not on a exam
Right.
paper. So that way, feels satisfied.
Good. Yeah, I've always thought, when I sit in classroom, that's why I do most of my. I think boredom really brings out the creativity in us.
Exactly.
Doesn't it?
Exactly. You're the
Yeah.
backbencher, I think.
Exactly. Yeah,
definitely.
backbenchers.
The same page, same page. Did you buy
So-
the book?
I'd like one. Can I have one?
Sure.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I'm going to take it home. Cool. So, tell me, how did you come up with the concept? First of all, when did you tell them what it's about? What is Satya Police about?
Okay.
You see this big badass cop here, that's what it's about. When did you tell us about him?
Okay, holding it up. Cool.
Yeah.
So this guy, his name is Satyavrat Bhargav. He is like, there are a lot of superheroes around and everybody has got a superpower, right? So this guy, he's laced with the raw power of truth. So basically, he's such an honest guy that even his shadow, it's become white. So it's a white shadowed policeman who doesn't go to use fireworks. So what he does is, he has a gun holster, but he keeps a boomerang in that.
There's a boomerang inside this.
Inside that
Okay.
holster.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
So this guy, he's just all about making things right, but he has a very funny and a different way to do everything. And when you're reading the comic book, you're going to find him in a place where he's all stuck and all his truth and all that is not working for him. So how is he going to manage and still make that place right for him? It's a very good read. Please go and buy. Please.
Please buy it. Just published. Fresh off the shelf. So, how did you come up with the concept for this white shadowed boomerang slinging cop?
I I don't know how to put it. So, but as you mentioned earlier, whenever you get bored, you start thinking about stuff. And on one office day, I was just going back home, and I was just thinking, if I could only have some power, some superpower, it would be so awesome. So while I was going back now, superpower is something that you can't have in real world. But there's one power that everybody can hold, which is the power of truth. So that was the whole idea, to come up with something which has got the power of truth and raw justice and his way of making things right. So I think it's, if you want to give credit to something, it's boredom.
Boredom.
Brought this.
Boredom. He was so bored, he came up. So then that's why you parents should be buying your children this, because they're all like, oh, I want to be a superhero. Why don't you make them the superhero of telling the truth all the time? Who spilled the milk? He will admit it if he maybe reads this. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's pretty cool. All right. So, what inspired the humor? You know, this is not, this is obviously serious. I mean, you look at it and you know it's gonna be funny, right? So, what inspired the humor behind it?
I think it's the kind of guy I am.
Okay.
I always try to make fun of everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. So that's how I am, and this is like a part of me. Yaar. So whatever I think, however, whatever I do,
Yeah.
I think everything has come down here, and it's a very good read. So everybody go there and buy this.
All right. That's how it's gonna end off every sentence. Yeah, I think I really put in a lot of work. So go buy it. Yeah, that's cool. So, tell us a little bit about the experience. You know, you said you worked for 1 year.
Yeah, since this was my first book, so I'd really like to thank the entire team of Comic Con, because they guided me through with this.
Okay.
So huge thanks to them, first of all. Secondly, there are people around. There are people in my office where I was working before. They also gave me leaves so that I could go home and finish my work. So yeah, so basically everybody was involved in this, and for my part, I think this was one thing where, as a designer, as an artist, as an author, I've grown to some another level only. So this was really actually a very good experience, and everybody should try for this unpublished grant. Seriously, this is
Comic
very
Con grant for unpublished work. All right. So if you
Right.
even have just a character in your head, I guess, and making it into a comic book, why don't you go pitch it to the guys at Comic Con? You know, the pop cracker stall. You can ask them who to talk to, and then you never know. You're gonna have something like this in your hands one day, right? So so this is a truthful cop.
good. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there's any cops out here. I don't want to offend anyone. But, you know, we've all... Put your hand up if you've had an unpleasant experience with the police, wherever you're from. Talking about... Yes? Only you? You're the only one who's violated the law? Like, I'm talking about, you know, we've obviously did something bad to get the cops to come to us. And then they do something bad to kind of like, you know, it's okay.
What were you doing?
Huh?
What were you doing that
I've done
time?
lots of bad things that I regret in my life that I have gotten into trouble with the cops with, but I don't want to get into that.
I'll tell you what you were doing. Comic book piracy.
Comic book piracy? Never.
Don't
No.
put this book on internet.
Not
okay?
ever, man. Never
Never
no
do this.
piracy for me.
It's bad.
No, I don't use uTorrents most of the time. Okay. So, as a first-time writer and artist, what kind of difficulties did you face? First of all, when you went to them, did you go to them with like a story? Or what did you go to them and pitch to them?
Okay, it wasn't really a pitch. It was a contest that happens everywhere. Again, the unpublished grant. So in that, while I was doing that, we were supposed to send first 5 pages of the book, like completed pages. So I'd send those, and yeah, and I was there at the ceremony where they were gonna give away the award, and surprisingly, it was me. So that is how it
That's
was.
cool, man. That's cool. So wait, what are the difficulties? While you were making the book, what are the difficulties that arose?
I think the biggest challenge is to
the hurdles.
the big the tallest
challenges.
hurdle.
Huh?
The tallest of hurdles
Yeah.
is one thing that when you're working with an artist, you need to work really hard to make the artist understand what you want. So I think if you have a better communication with the artist, if you can draw yourself, even if you are an author, but if you can draw also, it's the best thing for you. So I could draw also. So while I was writing it, I could actually draw and show the artist also what's gonna color. So the biggest challenge is to what you're thinking, what you've written, it should come out in your frames also, in your illustration and drawings also. So that is the biggest hurdle, but I think it's fun also. The journey is fun.
All right. And I opened the book, and I saw this. Not just the artwork, this coloring scheme. I don't know. You see this orangish. I don't know if you can see it. It reminds me of something. I don't know. I used to read as a kid back from the 80s and late 90s. Is that? I don't know. It looks familiar. I don't know where I've seen it, but it brings back like childhood memories of something I read as a child. Where was this from?
I think you should talk to the coloring artist for this.
Okay.
This palette was actually selected by all of us because it started suiting this. So the whole idea behind this really rugged policeman was coming really neat in this. So he's kind of a guy who, if you give him a gun and tell him ki why don't you use a gun, so he'll be like, because बारूद जेब में नहीं जिस्म में होना चाहिए, and he would throw his boomerang and slay 15 devils. So he's that kind of a guy. And when we were working on this, just suddenly came out as a good color scheme. So it's not really, thought of. It's very.
It suits the thing, right? I think.
Yes.
I think where I saw it is, I don't know. I think when I was in like first time LKG or something, you had these stories and there'd be little pictures next to them. I don't know, man. It's just one of those things that I don't know where I've seen it. Anyway, but it's still cool, man.
That is what you were pirating.
I wasn't. I'm not a pirate of anything. Okay.
Okay.
if if you're to convince everyone here to read Satya Police, you've been saying buy it. Why should they buy your comic book?
Okay, because I went to a Vastu Shastra guy.
Okay.
If you buy the book, good is going to come to you.
Good luck. Yes.
Secondly,
he's taken it to the temple and gotten like
take
good
it to
luck.
the temple. इसके बाजू में नारियल फोड़ना है, इस पे मत फोड़ना, बिक जाएगी.
Yeah.
And secondly, of course, because it's got a very new thing to it. While I was writing, I did not want to do anything which is contemporary, which I have read before. It's sort of an experiment also. It's a very different storyline. And there's a store. If you go there, just pick it up.
Wait, is this the Pop Cracker or
It's
Comic
the
Con?
Comic Con India.
That's right, the Comic Con India stall. That's where you'll see Satya Police. All right, so now that you're all like, you're a publisher, and first of all, you were on telling women there. Is that what did you do before this? Before you were
I was working in Bangalore for a while. I was working in Pune for a while. I was
as what?
I'm actually into concept development for animation.
Okay.
And
that's
I also
cool
do things like
as well.
storyboarding and all. But
So now when you meet chicks, you're like, yeah, I'm a comic book artist, author.
I'm gonna stand
slash-
out there with this book in my hand, and you're like, have you read this? You haven't? Okay, I'll tell you the story because I am the author.
Yeah, you go to a pub and you
That
just
would be a
slide it
bad
over
thing,
to a girl
actually.
and like, see that? You open that, you see that, you see who, you want to know my name, that's how you tell people your name, right? Yeah. No, that might not work. I don't think that's like in fashion anymore, but anyway. So,
That's why you're wearing a t-shirt.
what's next for you now, man? What's your plan after this?
Volume 2. Volume
yeah?
1, huge success, I know it. And then Volume 2 is gonna come out. And there are actually 3 volumes to the entire story. This is Volume 1. Volume 2 is being worked upon. And there's one Volume 3 also, which will be the finale. And I hope everybody goes. And there's the store, Comic Con India. Please go and buy.
There you go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mohit. Why don't you look at this, why don't you give the policeman one of your,
I didn't do anything.
maybe you should, all right, you should, you
Can
should
we
actually
have
go.
him come here and launch this?
Yeah, sir. Can
Sir!
you-
Police, sir.
Okay, he's busy.
Okay, he's busy, sorry.
Scary. That got a little intense for me there.
And
All right. Well,
he doesn't have a boomerang there.
you should get him to hold it and then take a picture with it,
I'll do that.
and then ask him if you can tag him on Facebook. That'd be cool. He has
Done.
the mustache for it and everything. All right. Well, I don't know. Cops have iPhones these days. Anyway, well, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mohit and Satya Police. Ladies and gentlemen, please go pick up a copy from Comic Con India. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. It wasn't so bad, was it? I don't know what you were afraid of.
No, I didn't
It was
think
nice.
it was gonna be this good. But anyways, they were hearing me, they were bearing me.
They were
Thank you
hearing and
guys,
bearing.
everyone.
That's right.
And
All
you
right.
know where the store is? There, right there. Go.
All right. Well, thanks, man. Thank you very much, and good luck with your latest comic, and good luck with the next series. I'll see you at the next Comic Con. Thank you.